Hello and welcome to Progressive Overload with me, Big Ben 85 and Arthur Two Sheds 15.
What's up, fuckers?
And we're going to be playing RAAMs Shadow, which is Gears 3 DLC, perhaps one of the best DLCs ever.
Definitely, in my opinion at least anyway, probably not so much in yours, but
I can't really think of a counter argument to which DLC would be better. It was certainly one of my most favourite. I can't really think of
yeah,
any that are better. I think
not
we've
so.
said before that like Gears of War Judgment wasn't a DLC and that was a full game, and this is better than that in both of our opinions.
Yeah, well, I was like the way Judgment was, it was just like multiplayer mode was put into a story. It really need to be a full game. It could have just been a DLC, whereas this actually does have a story behind it. Just like within like a different time, like set before the first Gears, I think. So it could have been just a full-fledged Gears game, as opposed to Judgment.
He said that with some disdain.
Yes.
They changed the controls
Fuck
and
you,
things as
Judgment.
well on Judgment, didn't they? Which
Can't remember.
they work fine like this. Y was change weapon instead of like the D-pad. You could throw a grenade, without selecting it, but it sort of give it a bit of a spam quality where people just throw it anywhere.
Yeah. I don't really remember that much of it.
Yes,
probably just
erase it from your
like
memory. Did you not enjoy the
yeah,
four maps that it had?
it really just had 4 maps.
I
don't think I
believe
played it
was
that much
around
online.
about that.
I wasn't that. I don't think. I obviously bought the game, but I wasn't that much into it that I'd play it online. I think I probably tried it a couple of times and then just left it at that.
I think it would have been. It's a good game if like Gears 3 didn't exist. If it was before
Eh.
Gears 3, you would probably have thought it was a bit better. But Gears 3 was so good,
Yeah.
it was hard
Hmm.
to top without making like a proper full-fledged game. It didn't feel like a full-fledged game.
Yeah.
So we get to play this instead. For some reason, it's only given
Which
us
is
we can only go on public lobbies because we're playing on an Xbox One.
yeah.
But
Yeah. It's probably just
so there might be some randomness.
yeah. Hopefully they're not like rushing through the story whilst we're just like hanging back chatting. Fuck,
With
I'm
our
at that, man.
business. How have you been
So what
handling
are you
the
gonna?
fame since we started streaming, started podcasting?
Dude, bitches all over the place, just hanging out the house, tents. They won't leave me alone. Like my groupies now, they just follow me everywhere. They like to wipe my ass for me.
That must be nice. I was kind of hoping I'd be a sex addict or something by now, but hasn't happened. No offers, no offers yet. But after this stream, it's gonna be a different story.
Well, it'll only like go up from here. Probably double up from here. So double nothing is nothing.
So yeah, your maths is correct there.
Yeah, so that'd be an improvement. So
So we
what
might
are we
end
going
up
to talk
talking
about?
more about the game a bit further on, but
Mhm.
for now we're going to be talking. So we sort of do a podcast as we game, not just talk about games. So I was thinking we could talk about CrossFit as a
We're
subject.
talking about our second topic that we have interest in, which is training, particularly our opinions on CrossFit tonight.
Yes.
It's a cult!
It's got a cult-like nature.
A little bit, yeah.
Is there longevity in that cult, or is it just a prolonged fad? Will it die out pretty quickly, do you think? Or it's been out for, I mean, been in people's consciousness for a while now.
Yeah. I mean, how long has it been a thing for? Probably like 4 or 5 years?
Longer than that, yeah.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's grown in popularity. I would have thought it would have started tapering off a bit by now, but it doesn't show any signs of that at the moment. It's still not like as mainstream as like football or something like that, obviously, but
yeah, it seems to be increasing in popularity a bit. Because there are certain things that I do like about it, like the Olympic lifts.
I was going to say Olympic lifts, bro.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. Obviously not easy to learn, but if you can do them well, then they're a good exercise to do. Maybe not in the form that CrossFit does, where you just do as many as you can within like 20 minutes or so. Maybe like just perfecting the technique for like increasing resistance instead. So adding more weight as opposed to doing it for like time. It's not really made for that. Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
As many reps as possible.
Yeah.
But it's not probably a good idea with those. No. If it was like press ups and stuff, then it's not as bad.
Yeah.
But let's put as much weight as we possibly can get on the bar above our head.
Yeah.
Seeing loads of fail videos with the snatch, and you're just like, I don't want to be performing that because they've put me off it.
My legs, my ankle,
my
head. Back, my peconias, my Sharona. Oh, my eyes again.
An American Dad reference there.
Yeah.
But with them sort of combined in strength and conditioning, gymnastics, strongman.
Like well equipped. There's a lot of variety in there. So you've got stuff like Olympic bars. You've got either frames or like the giant I don't know what you call them, but those things that you carry for like heavy farmers walks.
Yeah, there's specific bars for them and stuff, isn't there, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, then they're utilising the space. They're not just filling it with like random like ab machines and stuff that just twist your torso when you could just do that on a mat.
I suppose CrossFit is like any other unique style of training, like calisthenics, where you're just using bodyweight exercises, like powerlifting, bodybuilding. There's different like styles. CrossFit is kind of like a hybrid between a couple. So like obviously the Olympic lifts, some bodyweight exercises, some like strongman stuff as well.
Yeah, there are people who get fit and strong from it, but they wouldn't be able to probably then, just from that, compete in bodybuilding or be the strongest man in the world or whatever, or woman in the world from it. Yeah, it's sort of like being an all-rounder, ready for anything is the sort of mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Larry Wheels, who's he's like a lift like world's strongest man kind of training, so like just strength training really.
Yeah.
He did a bodybuilding competition and didn't do very well in that because he was really like watery. So I don't know. You just can't really. Whereas I suppose CrossFit is a bigger variety rather than just one form of training. So
I think it's being ready for anything they get thrown at them, but that also sort of makes the programming a bit scattergun, and the workouts of the day or whatever can be a bit all over the shop rather than catered
just a
to
mix of
what's
everything.
efficient for that mode of training at the
Right.
time.
What you're gonna do today is 50 cleans with 100 kilos, 30 butterfly pull-ups, 500 burpees, push-ups until your arms snap,
Yeah, after the burpees as well. That should
and
be,
then
nice.
deadlifts until you throw up. Actually, that reminds me of something that happened to a female bodybuilder. Her name's Dana Lynn Bailey. She won Miss Olympia. I don't know if it's like multiple times. She's won it at least once. And she went into some CrossFit training recently. So she's quite like a beginner at it. But because she's a competitor, I think she went at an advanced level. And she ended up getting a condition called rhabdo from it.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
She didn't realize that she didn't realize she had it until 5 days after she did the training session, and she had a bloated stomach, so her kidneys weren't working properly. Because rhabdo can't. If you don't get the treatment for it, it can cause kidney failure. But obviously, she went to hospital after those 5 days, and like they diagnosed her with rhabdo, and she clearly got it from the CrossFit training she was doing, and she got it particularly from doing GHD sit-ups. So like a GHD machine is like a back extension, except it's not on a 45-degree angle off the ground, it's like parallel to the ground.
Right, yeah.
And you place your feet in between like these supports,
stirrups,
and lean over. Yeah. And you do the back extensions that way, so you lean all the way forwards, head towards the ground, and come back up. And the sit-ups were basically you just face the opposite direction, so you're facing to the ceiling instead.
Yeah.
And then you bring your back, so your upper body down. You just arching your back the opposite way. And she had to do a full 2 minutes of that. And with it being CrossFit, she had to do as many as she could for those 2 minutes. So imagine just like flinging your head up and down, doing those extended sit-ups for 2 minutes, as many as you can.
Can't be good for you. Your body's just not supposed to go through that.
No.
Especially
No.
had she not done the exercise before either.
But yeah, she's all right. She got treatment for it. Obviously.
Do you know if she continued to do CrossFit after that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think she's gone back to it since. I think she's obviously had time of training as well.
Again.
God no. I wouldn't want to do them at all. It doesn't sound like a good exercise, particularly to do for 2 minutes as well, as many as you can.
I think people tend to get that when they do too many new exercises, and they do them too intensely. Like it's not like the exercise itself shouldn't be done, but again, scattergun that you throwing it at people as many as they can do, rather than like suggesting an amount and then adjusting that from how they do. Yes, it might take a bit longer to exhaust them, but surely it's safer.
Yeah, well, because with her being a competitor as well, she's obviously got that like hard work ethic as well, so she's going to be going as hard as she can within those 2 minutes, because that's just what she's used to.
Yeah.
I think she didn't hydrate herself properly as well, because she posted something online when she was in hospital, and it ended with, remember, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So she'd forgotten to like drink enough water during the session.
Beforehand, possibly.
If I were hiding in a bed, where would I be?
She did 3 rounds of those 2 minutes of GHD sit-ups.
Never
I think that would just get
again.
you lightheaded and make you barf as well.
Yeah, like having that
Like you
feeling
all
of
pass
getting on
out.
too fast over and over again.
Yeah. Grim. Burp.
Derp.
Burp. Derp. 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 Derp.
So stuff like
Have you
that's
ever tried
a bit
CrossFit, then?
off-putting. Oh, I have. I enjoyed it for the short time that I was doing it, but I did foresee that it would probably provoke more injuries. The culture of it seems to be, well, especially with the gyms that I tried, the culture seems to be just overtraining's just the norm. It's sort of encouraged to, if you're not overtraining, you're not pushing yourself, sort of thing. But your central nervous system needs a rest now and again, not just your muscles, not just you know, a break from work and stuff like that. Your central nervous system needs to recover, and I don't think a lot of that goes on. People pushing through too much.
Yeah. It definitely seems like a common thing. Well, particularly in CrossFit. So it's just like there is a correlation between that, just like kind of training and injury, because you are pushing yourself so hard, so frequently.
I think the main thing is to look out for like a good trainer that knows what they're doing, rather than just a gym with the gym looks fancy and has a lot of people perhaps that you like the look of, and you know this that was certainly was a plus point of the gyms that I went to. Some of the people that were there, but that's not enough. And they were quite encouraging, quite friendly as well. But doesn't CrossFit does make some hard people as well, but that doesn't mean I want to destroy my body.
CrossFit
at the same
highs.
time.
Must join gym. Go.
There is more a sense of a community when you go in there. I would say than most commercial gyms, but again, it's you have to find somewhere where the trainers know what they're doing.
And the gyms can be expensive as well.
Oh yeah, because they're usually quite small compared to the amount of people that would go to a commercial gym. There'd be a lot less that go to it, so they have to charge more.
And it'll all just be like one night will just be based around one class where everybody who turns up will do that class, and it's not just like a public gym where people can come in and do anything. It'll just be like this is what's happening tonight.
When those classes are on, you wouldn't be able to do anything else. I think they do. They do offer public. Sorry, not public. Like open gym where. You can go in and train what you want to train at your own discretion, but that's only at certain times usually.
Yeah. How long did you do CrossFit for then? Until you decided that you wanted to keep healthy bones, joints.
Probably a couple of months.
Oh really?
Sort of went one gym to do it, and that sort of fizzled out because it was shut down. Not enough people were going to it. Tried out another one, and that was pretty good. But I wanted to as well. Another thing that put me off it, I wanted to do like the open gym and stuff, but they didn't have quite enough weight plates and things. So if one person was doing heavy deadlifts or something quite substantial, then they'd probably take
the whole
up
gym
most
out
of
weight.
Pretty much. I mean, there'd still be other stuff there, but it was a bit.
There's always that one tool bag who's using all the equipment at once.
Well, if it wasn't him,
It's only 140 kilos. This gym is useless.
Yeah, it was pretty bad for that. I mean, it's been a little while now, so it might have they might have got on top of that when they got a bit more money. I don't know how long the gym was going for, but it seemed like quite a small business. But it's still going. I'm pretty sure I've seen the Facebook page recently. Still active.
The only thing with those kind of gyms is like it's the same as like a powerlifting gym or like a calisthenics gym. Is like it's only a niche like audience that you're gonna have turning up to it, as opposed to like a public chain of gyms where they'll have just a combination of all sorts of equipment, so it'll just appeal to everybody. So you obviously get
even if
visitors.
the new people then get more into the more like hardcore stuff, they're they can at least start out safely on machines and things.
That's all she wrote. A lot of scorches in this room though.
I
Do you think
one...
it would have been beneficial to get an actual CrossFitter into podcast as well, so it wouldn't be so much as biased towards our opinion?
Yeah, because they might be more positive, perhaps a little too positive towards it, but it would balance it out a little bit. I don't know whether they'd be
shit, man.
I don't know if they'd be like sitting there shirtless or whatever, like they like to do though. So might make things a bit awkward.
As you can hear, I'm clearly shirtless right now.
I think it depends on who it is, how distracting that would be.
Are you wearing a shirt right now? No, but thank you for asking.
I should have said at the start, if we were going to talk about CrossFit, did it have to be shirtless?
Oh yeah.
Anything
Hang on,
to
let me
do
just
with
take
it?
my shirt off.
They call it like a warrior workout or something. It's an excuse to do it.
Warrior wanking.
I think
Barrick.
CrossFit will probably I think CrossFit will probably carry on to be a thing as long as Reebok make money from it, though.
Oh yeah, with their line of shirts and clothing, etc.
Yeah, they
seem to be doing well off it.
If they've got marketing to be had from it, then they'll continue to try and make it prosper. It's not just clothing and things, though. I think they own the rights to calling it CrossFit. So it's like their sport, but I really doubt that they are the people who came up with it and initiated it. But gyms, to say that they teach CrossFit and it's a CrossFit gym, they have to contribute to Reebok's many millions, billions.
Oh really?
Yeah. So that's probably why sometimes you see these gyms where they say like X-Fit and functional training and stuff. They're probably still pretty much CrossFit gyms, but they don't want to pay Reebok. Yeah. slightly rotated cross there.
Plus on a 45-degree angle fit.
That's definitely what I would do if I was gonna go that route and make a CrossFit gym. I would not. No, I just wouldn't pay Reebok anything, and I'd call it something that sort of hints at it. But
look at that hammer, and then look at that hammer that he's carrying. His RAAM with
they've all got some big weapons.
Fish gutting knife, and then
there's
the little boy on the left.
Really bad BO or something.
Oh god, man, you stink. Nobody says anything just because he's freaking huge.
Yeah.
And he throws cars like
be
it's
the one
nothing.
to say it.
You know, there's been a lot of rumors going around that you just have really bad BO, man. What?
Did you not notice all these bats and flies and things around you?
You're shooting me.
I thought they were my friends. Or maybe maybe it's just like
yes, that's your excuse, huh?
maybe it's just like Ace Ventura. Come to me.
Come to Butthead. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. Like a glove.
I couldn't picture Ram driving around in Chitty Bang Bang.
Well, like the whole of his like upper torso would be sticking out the top.
It's not his style.
Imagine him trying to
He's
sing
an Escalade
Chitty
type
Bang Bang
of
as
man.
well.
I don't need to imagine
Yeah.
it. If you're playing as him, he was just doing that.
With that exact voice. Or maybe like in upper class Brit. Hello,
Hello, old chap.
I'm here to slain you.
Is adequate.
Okay, ma'am.
The tremor
I'm
is
here to
being
do thy
caused.
bidding.
Clear out the humans.
I think I'm more of an Igor type character. Why am I tired all the time? Except when I'm doing CrossFit.
I'm not sure, Zeta. We lost contact with the last evac check.
So that's enough ragging on CrossFit, I think. It's
Yeah.
pretty clear that we're not pro CrossFit. We maybe should have got some shirtless buff person to.
Who's part of that 1% who actually is in good shape
From
due
it.
to CrossFit. Or like really good shape. But yeah, it definitely seems like it's here to stay as well, because it's just like another form of training. So there'll always be like those a select number of people within like every chain of like public gyms that'll be like CrossFit exclusive.
Certainly. So we're agreed on that. We're agreed on a lot of things there.
Yep.
And we're agreed on that we like this game, so we'll have to find some stuff we don't agree on. I don't agree
What
with...
happened there?
I didn't die. If you didn't
Squad
die.
mate has died. Did you die?
No.
Who died?
Squad mate.
Got some questions to ask you. If I don't get annihilated by mortars, they're just random scenarios, most of them. One of them is kind of like split into 3 parts, so there's just like a general first part, and then
Yeah.
the like other 2 or 3 options are just like based on that first one. But for now, I've got a few just single scenarios. So one of them
Go ahead,
is
try it on.
I will. I'll try that sock on. I don't know why I said sock, but whatever. So, the first one is you get £30,000 a year to live on. So, it's a decent
I'll
amount
take
of
it.
money. Okay then.
I've not heard the rest.
Moving on
but...
to the next one. But every morning you wake up with crippling diarrhea. Like,
Ooh.
you wake up, it hits you immediately, you can barely stand up until you get to the toilet, and you have to, like, just let it all out.
Is it?
It
What,
takes-
is it
it's
like
over-
just sitting on the toilet for an hour, or is it painful?
Well, it's
How
it is
painful are we
painful the whole
talking?
time, but like an 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10
but
painful.
it just
That's not good.
It comes in waves. It comes in waves, and so like there'll be times where you just sat down in pain, waiting for the next wave of poop, ready to.
So it's essentially an hour a day job for 30 grand a
Yeah.
year, but that hour
then-
is agony.
Yeah. And afterwards, it takes you an hour to clean yourself after.
So no difference there
So
then.
no.
At least
Just leaves
that's,
you red
at
raw.
least that's normal. 30 grand a year is a lot of money, but
Mhm.
2 hours out of your day just like revolving around shit. It's quite a
Pain.
lot as well. It's whether or not that would like leave. Like, are you another 2 hours after that? Are you gonna be just head in hands going recovering from the trauma? So
Yeah.
that's something to consider.
Yeah.
But 30 grand, a lot of money. It's hard to
You might
turn
get
down.
used to it. Then again, you might not, because it is a
Is
lot
it-
of pain.
At any point, can I opt out of this? Like, I know it would probably be a case of you can never go back to it again if you opt out, but can I opt out, or is it a...
No.
Oh, that's less appealing.
Once you've agreed to do it, then that's it.
Then it's Mudslide City.
Mhm.
Daily,
Very
nightly. Can I retire at
Your
like
poor
a
neighbours as well.
retirement age?
Prescott sent the onyx guard.
Your neighbours would just be like, "Oh God, he's gone to work again, hasn't he?" Because they hear, "Oh God." What did you say? Can you retire?
Can I retire at retirement age, like you would with a regular job, and continue to get a pension? So I don't have to have
you
the
could retire.
diarrhea anymore once I'm like 65 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Although I'd probably have diarrhea not from the job anyway at that age, wouldn't I?
Yeah, it would just be
Shitting
old
myself.
man diarrhea. So you wouldn't even realise you're shitting yourself. You just like something smells. Oh, well,
I've
it's
sat
in my
on
pants.
something
I've
warm.
shit myself. Yeah.
Did you sit on
Oh,
the pie?
what a
I
great thing to
sure
look
hope
forward
so. I think it's gonna, because of the main factor for me is that you can't opt out of it, and I think eventually you're gonna say, even before you retire, you're gonna be saying, "Holy shit, I need this shit coming out my hole to end." So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with no. It's a tempting one. It's a good question.
You say
How about
no.
yourself? Yeah, no, because you can't opt out. If you could give it a go and then opt out and then never do it again, if you've opted out.
Yeah. I think it's dependent on how well you can manage pain as well.
Nobody can
You
manage
probably
an
take-
11 out of 10. That's a bollocks number that's not possible anyway. Surely 11 out of 10
You
on
could-
the pain threshold means you're dead.
Yeah.
You were just being over dramatic,
Yeah.
exaggerating.
Yeah. I didn't
Maybe
mean
like
that it was going to kill
a
you.
5 or 6 in waves.
Nah, it'd be like a full 10. Like it would be excruciating. But I suppose you could take like some heavy painkillers. I don't know if you'd want to do that on a daily basis though.
Yeah, probably
you'd
not.
have
Just be out
A
of it all day.
separate kind of problem. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'd say that or not. It's just like 2 hours though. But it's 1 hour of pain, then another hour of making your asshole red raw.
Yeah, you'd go
That
through
was
a hell of a lot of
Really
toilet.
shitty.
I don't know how much money you'd lose out of the 30 grand in toilet paper expenses. You'd just have like
You'd have to be the
a truck coming to your house every week with Andrex.
yeah. You could be like the poster guy for like toilet tissue. The guy who
Never
shits
gets
for a
shit
full
finger
hour
again.
every day approves of this toilet paper. I'm not red raw at all.
Of all the things to be famous for, I'm not red
Yeah.
raw at all.
And I've
No,
used
I'm
a full
gonna
roll
s-
today.
Is that not normal?
Not for people with a good diet.
I think it depends on whether you pay for the toilet roll as well, how much you use.
Oh shit.
It's free,
Yeah,
you say.
And all the toilet paper you can wipe with.
I'm still gonna go.
Well, you
with
might be able to
no,
get.
I think, for the reasons I said before.
You might have been able to get some sort of like brand deal with a toilet roll company.
I said Andrex, but other toilet rolls are available. We are not sponsored by Andrex.
Other
We're
shit paper.
independent.
For now.
Yes, we live rather near to Liverpool for our international viewers.
Yeah.
That was.
I should probably explain why that's a joke. I heard a teen, Scouse teen, probably like a month ago when I went into Liverpool on the weekend. Was walking down Liverpool 1, and there was just this really chavvy dressed teen, just in like a full black tracksuit, and we walked past some escalators, and you know the escalators where they have like the up and down escalators are combined, and there's like a little gap in the middle.
Yeah, just a
You see videos of people like
partition.
sliding down them, and like, yeah, you see people sliding down them in like subways in like London and stuff.
Yeah.
The team was doing that, and of course he had the most Scouse accent you would ever hear, just yelling, "Fucking Of course, you'd be hoping for him to fall at the bottom, but he just
Styled it out.
landed perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something satisfying about
What an
when you
asshole!
see idiots like going across the road in front of cars and stuff doing wheelies. You just want them to. You don't want them to get run over by the car, but you want them to fall flat on their face.
I hope a car lands on their fucking head.
This place has COD written all over it.
Right, I'll give you the next question. So, you get significantly increased hearing and sight, like godlike level, for both. So you have like ridiculously perfect eyesight and hearing, but you have to sleep for 19 hours out of the day, so you only get 5 hours awake.
I was expecting another shit-related one. At least it's not shit-related.
Perfect eyesight, but you have to eat shit sandwich every day.
I'd be able to see every nugget.
Chunky!
So 19 hours of the day sleeping.
Yeah, so 5 hours awake.
As tempting as that sounds, the 5 hours a week awake, being awake doesn't sound like a lot. I mean, what could you get done
No.
in that amount of time?
Not a lot.
I take it you were the class valedictorian.
But you would be well known for having those abilities.
It doesn't sound that appealing to me, those particular... I mean, having some form of superpowers might be quite appealing, but...
What if I changed the perfect hearing to having the perfect sized dick? Like,
What?
length, girth, the ideal size.
Well, we've no need
universal
to
penis.
we've no need to go hypothetical on that one. No, my problem isn't with size and girth. It's with getting people to get upon that size and girth. So maybe something like super strength or invulnerability or something like that. Maybe you'd tempt me, but super sight and hearing, I'm not sure how that would advance your life really that much. Apart from, you know,
it would help.
my neighbours would have to It'd have to be a bit more private, like in a bigger radius. My whole postcode would have to keep the curtains closed.
There's a couple down the street just going at it right now. I can hear them.
So you'd do
no,
it if it was for the perfect dick?
Nah.
That's on my social media, all my social media profiles. Everyone's just looking for the perfect dick.
So far, so good, but I know that shit's never
Probably
true.
somewhat true. Maybe not everyone, but it'd be true for some people.
Asexuals probably
All the
wouldn't be
hookers out there.
interested.
No.
Civilians, do not be afraid.
I'd probably turn down that that deal as well.
Do I hear
Got another one though.
Right,
The next
go
one
on.
is
Where are you?
you live up to 200 years old, but you only get 1 hour of sleep every night. So
Already, it's
over twice the average lifespan today, but you're tired as fuck for most of it.
yeah, it's you are getting a lot more time, especially compared with that last scenario. But you're just gonna feel like shit the whole time. Plus, you're gonna
But
see.
you can get a lot more done, and you can see a lot more within that time, even though you're tired.
Yes, you can see your family and friends. I would outlive my niece and nephew. That would be lovely.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of like being able to visit more of the world, but yeah, that too.
I'd be visiting graves. I put a dark point on this silly question.
Yeah, you are. That escalated quickly.
I think I give the game away almost straight away there with. I just think you'd feel like shit the whole time. So it's bad enough. It's bad enough when you've only got like 4 or 5 hours sleep and you've got loads to do. So you're trying to get this loads more things done, and you've only had an hour's sleep.
Yeah. You can have another hour nap though during each day.
Ooh, well, if you'd have just said the word nap at me, like from the start, I'd have been like, yes, sold. Anything involving a nap. Especially if it was just like whenever you wanted, so it was like almost like a religious thing that your work had to incorporate your ability to nap whenever you wanted for this hour. But I just don't think that'd be enough to not feel like shit for the majority
2 hours.
of those hours. Don't make me do the mathematics, boy. It's a difficult one.
Are you trying to make me learn, boy? Y'all know I don't like that.
So it's a no for me. How about you?
I think that's like I sleep a lot. There's been studies conducted recently that have come to a conclusion that sleep actually is even more important to your health than what we first thought. So you probably, like, if you had you wouldn't want to live up to 200 because you probably feel like utter shit. Like when you get to 100.
Yeah, I think
such little sleep.
Actually, yeah. Would you age at a slower rate? So you're not like 100. You wouldn't seem 100 years old when you're 100. You'd be like 50 at that stage. Like your body degenerates at a slower rate.
Yeah, so 200 would be like 85. So
if I used my 200 years wisely and ate healthily and didn't smoke and stuff, would that prolong it? And medicine and stuff, if that came along?
No.
No, so I've not got a chance
But-
of being immortal with it.
Unless there was a scientific breakthrough where something happened where you could, something was discovered or like something had been created where you could become immortal, that would be an option.
As long as it wasn't
But-
some form of medicine.
Yeah. I don't know whether you'd want to.
I don't think. I think
Especially with just 1
immortality.
hour's sleep every day.
It'd be good not to have to
200.
worry about death.
And now you're
stuff,
immortal.
Nice try.
Great. Another way to prolong my eternity of hell.
but- Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait to die at 200. Well, now you're not going to. You're going to live forever.
Yeah. I don't think living forever will be all it's cracked up to be. You wouldn't.
Nah.
You wouldn't have the worry of I'm going to die someday,
Yeah.
but you'd have the worry of, as I said, or everyone you ever know is going to die, unless they could become immortal as well, if they'd lived long enough to get to that point.
Yeah.
But at some point, the human race is very likely to die out for whatever reasons, and if it doesn't, then the sun dying out will take care of the planet being there. So even if you were like
Go into full
invulnerable and
supernova.
immortal, you'd just end up floating around in space when the sun engulfs the Earth and the Earth's not there anymore.
Snipers! Find some
I think that's worse than death.
Yes, exactly. So it's a no for me.
Keep your heads down.
No.
And you would go through a lot of like wives as well.
Cross to that building.
Oh, now you're talking.
Well, probably at least 2. Because it's just over like double the lifespan.
And yeah, and I'd have longer
Suppose
to
it depends on how
develop my
successful you're-
charisma.
What the fuck happened?
I don't want.
Oh, you died.
I may have fired my boom shot too close to the wall. So I was testing whether I was immortal in the game or not.
And how long have you played Gears of War 3 for?
Many times.
We got an a-hole.
Have you done that often?
Quite often, because the walls aren't all exactly the same. Some of them are a bit weird.
What was we saying?
Did you say you would go for the 200 years?
Oh,
No,
I
no,
just
you
got
said you
fucked.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
This
I-
bit's gonna need cutting out.
Yeah.
Not because we're doing badly, just because it's really killed the flow.
Use cover and cross to that building.
So neither of us would
Yeah, I
go for
wouldn't.
that scenario.
We got an
No.
a-hole.
Okay, and then
Not for
The last
all
one.
the wives in Buckinghamshire.
in the Shire,
Buckinghamshire.
not with all the hobbits you can rape.
How long? It was all, we got to episode 2 before it became about rape. There's no denying it exists.
Yeah. Okay. Next one that's like has a couple of slight variations within the scenario. First one is you lose your sight or you lose both of your balls. You've got to pick one. So both gonads or your eyesight completely.
Eyesight's just so important in so many aspects of your life, I think. And I mean, yeah, your balls can be fun too, but there's a lot of things you need. your
Yeah,
eyes
depending
for.
on the gonads are, I think, dependent on whether you want children as well. Obviously, you can freeze your sperm. Fuck's sake, Max. Did you hear that?
He got his squeakiest toy.
He just lay on it.
It sounded like a balloon flying off.
Yeah, it did. So you would choose losing the gonads?
Yes.
The cojones.
If I have to choose, I wouldn't just go, yeah, let's go with that. Oh, that's on offer. Too many things rely on the eyes. We couldn't be playing this with our gonads.
Oh yeah, that's the single most important aspect. Could not
Until
play
they-
gears.
Until they make a gonad control.
Won't be able to walk or see anything. And number one, can't play gears. Well, yeah, being blind would be pretty shitty, especially if you weren't blind your whole life. I mean, not that like being born blind is any better, but at least it's kind of like a state where you don't really know what you're missing.
Yeah, you don't know it any other way. You'd
Yeah.
lose out on a lot of people's references and things. Even if you found
Yeah.
some independence, you would feel a bit isolated, I think.
Yeah.
What people were talking about and stuff like that, and certain references.
Okay, and then a slight variation. You lose one of your eyes for one dead nut. So you've just got one dead nut, the other one's works fine, and you lose one of your eyes, just one of them.
But there's no choice in that. You just said I'd just lose an eye and lose a nut.
No, I said or.
Oh right, either or.
You just lose them both. Fuck you.
I'm just so you don't really appreciate your eyesight until you think about what it'd be like
Until it's
not
gone.
to have it. I mean, you'd have with
Yeah.
one eye, you'd have no depth perception, so you probably
Yeah.
don't realise how much you need that as well in your everyday life. Just when you go to shush somebody with your finger when they're being really boring, it'd be like you'd fall short, and when you go to grab like a cup of coffee or something like that, miss or hit it and pour it all over your dead nut. Well, you wouldn't have a dead nut if you had both. If you had both eyes, but oh no, if you had both eyes,
So
you'd
you
have a dead
could-
nut. So you could
potentially get a dead nut as well if you have lost the one eye. By
Yeah.
pouring hot coffee.
Yeah,
on it.
exactly.
Yeah. So
Weigh up these
I
scenarios.
I would absolutely take the dead nut as well. Like
Take the dead
you
nut.
could take both. I'd rather like keep both eyes.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I won't give a shit.
Is
Take him now. I don't care.
is dead nut a common phrase, or have we just sort of coined a phrase there, or you coined a phrase?
It's a phrase that I like to use. I don't know if many other people use it, but I think it's quite catchy. Oh, you've also got the.
Are you
the thing
disgusted
that
by
it
my
might
dead
be-
nut, darling? Because that would be
Yeah,
one
it could
thing,
be,
whether it'd put off potential mates.
Yeah, because it'd be like purplish with lack of blood flow to it, but the other one would be fine.
Yeah. Can you surgically remove it, or it's like you have to have it? No, that would kill
No,
you
it has
if
to
you
be there.
remove it. It would.
You can either
you-
keep it, or you can replace it with the Rumble Pack from a Nintendo 64 controller.
That would be rather
Those are
pleasurable.
your two options. Yeah, so, well, people would know when you found people attractive because you just hear like a quiet vibration from your pants, just like,
You call that quiet?
you're like, what the hell's that? It's something in my pants, it means it likes you. I think that'd be a cool option.
It'd be
I'd
better
take
than a
that.
dead nut.
Yeah. It's just like
That's-
a completely useless dead nut or a rumble pack. You'd be like a
Could manage a day at school without going to the principal's office.
like a built-in sex toy.
Now you're getting it.
Please proceed to the gymnasium immediately. I'm leaving my office now.
So, are there any more scenarios to this dead nut
Mhm.
eyeball?
The last one.
To the gymnasium immediately. Be careful.
You lose one. You've got one dead nut,
Yeah.
or you lose both of your ears.
Hold up in the gym.
So you keep your like hearing, but you just lose your ears. So you just got holes in your head,
There's holes in
like
my
a seal. Yeah,
Place is a graveyard.
just
head.
hear through holes in your head.
So again, it's more an aesthetic
Or one
thing.
dead nut. Yeah.
I think if it was a case of you didn't want to put people off, more people are going to see your head before they see your other head and dead nut. So, and you'd still have one working nut for other such fun activities. So, we're just all about that dead nut.
Can't get enough of that dead nut. I mean, for all we know, we could both be dead nut right now.
Well, there's no saying that you wouldn't end up with it eventually through
Yeah.
natural causes, but you're not wishing it upon
Yeah.
yourself
No.
as part of the deal. That wasn't part of the deal, man.
Here they come. Watch your back.
But it's quite generous that you'd still get to keep your hearing, because that's the main reason for having the ears, really.
Oh yeah.
But
Yes, well done.
Yeah, I worked that on. Oh my
Ears are for your hearing.
I've got to say one stupid thing about something like that every podcast or every stream. When
Like
you know damn well
Seeing
what I
with
mean.
your eyes.
Or
I like to
just
hear
firing
with my pernus.
firing dust at people with my dead nut.
Like,
Ghost load.
he's somewhat better looking than Ram. Because Ram has got one hell of an underbite.
Sarah?
Maybe in
She's all-
in grub terms, he's a looker though.
Or a giant one.
Could be.
He certainly
Maybe the
is enormous.
maybe the larger the underbite, the more attractive he is.
Possibly.
In which
Sure,
case
because-
he's probably a 10.
When I was a Ferron guard, I think I felt a twitch.
Is that just your rumble pack?
We need to get that sorted. I want to be like a bionic man with an N64 rumble pack for a crotch.
I replaced my dead note with a rumble pack.
Just means a bigger everyone out.
Shit, I gotta get the fuck out of there.
Get outside.
Get outside. Oh,
Your tube. Is that a Scottish Scouser?
Yeah. The best of both worlds.
And then some.
Not bad, huh? Toasty.
Yeah,
Okay, let's set up the barbecue.
it's a giant piece of gammon right there.
Well, the school is deserted and no sign of Weiss. Now what?
Now we have some fun.
End of chapter, maybe?
Think so. Loading screen. Yeah.
Cedars
Chapter
arrive,
4.
my children. The humans are too late to stop
So we
us
may
now.
as well leave
Show
it
them what it
at
means to
that.
face the might of the local.
Farewell, all you gorgeous, sexy people, and we'll see you again next time. Probably playing the same game, playing more of this,
Continuing on.
having a good time.
Punk ass bitches. So y'all better tune in next time. Or I'll beat you in the ass.
This was a similar theme from last episode. Some Southern American
Just kidding,
voice there.
I love you.
We love
Lovely.
you.
Please.